everyday superpower where we talk body language, game, everything in between. Men, women, and life. Stopping the release of your seed to things you shouldn't be naturally releasing it to. Media. Will allow you to seduce and attract women tenfold, 20-fold, 50-fold. When you sit around and touch yourself all day to images on the internet, you relieve yourself of what makes you a man. So, you're surviving, yeah? So you've ticked that box. Next box is procreation. That's your life source. You can literally create life. And you are just giving it up to the wind. And let me tell you, you lose so much nutrient when you expel that substance from your body that your body now needs to rest up. It needs to recover. So imagine if you do it daily, if you do it twice a day, if you do it how much? Don't say you don't. A lot of people do. If you've got a high sex drive, if you've got a libido, it's not uncommon for a man to do his thing daily, especially if you're verging, if not an addict, to the dopamine it provokes when you watch this demonic, devilish media programming. Alright? If they give it to you for free, it's not going to be good for you, is it? Come on. When you relieve yourself of that life source, what do? You get drowsy, you get tired. Now, when you stop doing it for a day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, you find a return in your morning stiffness, for lack of better word. So what do we call dreaming? What do we call that state when we're asleep? Arguably, would it be the subconscious mind and that which is buried outside of our conscious coming to play during that state? And we might have more sexual dreams because that is what our brain is starting to crave and missing out on. So we wake up with this physical reaction, right? So imagine if that is existing within your subconscious and now you stop relieving yourself of your seed and you walk outside in the open world and you start to engage fruitfully and get on with your life as you once did, but now you're not doing that behind closed doors. Your subconscious is not only going to pull you towards more occasion for attraction and engagement with beautiful women. Beautiful women are going to perceive you different because you are going to be outside of your own awareness, walking better, walking with more life, walking with intent, moving in a sexual nature which isn't overt and disgraceful, because you might think, well, wouldn't I be a creep if I'm now engaging with women and speaking with women and moving around the world with this like high voltage sexual energy? No, because that's natural. Believe it or not, that's natural. You're a man and they are a woman. They have a fertile womb, or they have a sex drive if they don't necessarily have that fertility any further for a reason, for procreation, yeah, to drive them to have intercourse, and you have that same drive. So when you relieve yourself of that drive, or if you cut that drive in half, it creates such a disconnect between you and the women, and it's outside of your own awareness, because you look at that woman and you'll think, oh, she's so beautiful, and she'll look at you and think, there's no life in his eyes. He seems tired, exhausted. I don't see much excitement and fun in this man. I don't feel attracted to this man. Did you know in acting and theatre, they will walk naturally and they will analyse each other's walks, and they'll be able to perceive from where a person walks is where a lot of their energy and character is held. And we as men might walk with our genital area loud and proud as we walk about, but maybe we will walk shameful of that particular area. Maybe we will sit shameful of that particular area. Maybe it will manifest outside of our awareness, because we know what we are behind closed doors, what we view behind closed doors. The unnatural nature of watching two people that are ourselves getting it on, and us relieving ourselves viewing that. And that's one particular perspective. You could watch a woman purely solo. Maybe that's a little bit better, I would agree, but that's not real life. That's not a real person. You're still entering out into that real world, and void of sexual energy and seed, you are looking at women now like a pornography addict, as opposed to a aroused and magnetic pinnacle of masculinity and masculine source, of fruitful childbearing and provision. I can't talk too much about this, but secret societies have got this sussed. Some of the most powerful organisations in the world practice this wholeheartedly, because they understand the wealth of power, and that is why it is thrust upon you as average Joe to go onto these websites and to not only support these people who are pushing it down your throat, financially speaking, and as we're talking about secret societies, shall we talk about witchcraft? Because you are offering your life source and your energy to create value in the lives of them actors on screen. It's alchemy. You create finance and fame in offer of your being and energy source, because it's given to you for free, right? It's a deep game. It's a very deep game. So you'll walk different, you'll talk different, and yeah, you might be a bit horny. You might be engaging with some woman, and you might think, "Oh God, I wanna do that to you," and she might pick up on that. But there's a difference between picking up on some man who has a genuine desire, masculine urge, and primitive need to procreate, and the man who is just depleted of energy and perceiving you as a piece of meat because that's what he sees day in, day out through a computer screen. There's a difference. Let's say the back of our heads is still primitive. We still have an ape within us. The scientific is way too far advanced. We don't want to engage too wholeheartedly with this sci-fi nonsense, because our bodies and brains are still way behind. We engage with each other in a means which is so in need of an update. We can get all these little external tidbits, computers, webcams, phones, and all this and that. We can get all these external bits, these microphones, But that doesn't stop the animalistic root that is the be all and end all, that is within us, within our genes, our DNA, our genetics, our mind, our conscious, our meaning to life, our purpose. So that's some game. That's some anti-media rhetoric, yeah? I know I sort of strayed away from using particular terms and words and stuff. I don't want to be rude on YouTube. You know what it's like. Hopefully it made complete sense. I'm signing out. That's game. I upload every day. Click subscribe, yeah? I got 2 links in the description. One of them will take you through to my catalogue of body language. Over 220 different videos on there explaining how to read people through their subconscious behaviours. Second to that is the Patreon, where we together watch dates, real dates. I show you attraction cues, repulsion cues as far as body language is concerned, verbal potentially. You take that into the real world, you become Casanova. You won't learn it elsewhere. I'm signing out.